All right, let's talk exercise. Today, we are cracking the code, breaking down the two fundamental ways our bodies create energy for, well, every single thing you do in a workout. Whether it's a light jog or a super heavy lift, it all starts here. Let's get into it.
So, have you ever thought about this? I mean, why is it that you can go for a nice long jog for maybe half an hour, but a 30-second all-out sprint just completely gasses you? It's both running, right? Well, the answer is all about how your body is fueling those very different activities.
And it really all comes down to two kinds of energy. Seriously, once you get this, every workout, from lifting weights to your favorite yoga class, it all just clicks and makes so much more sense. You can think of them as the two different engines your body can switch between.
So first up is aerobic. That literally means with oxygen. This is your body's long-haul engine. It's for marathon sessions, not sprints. It takes the oxygen you're breathing and uses it to steadily burn fuel like fats and carbs. That's what gives you that consistent energy to just keep going and going.
And on the flip side, you've got anaerobic, which means without oxygen. This is your body's top fuel dragster. It's for those super quick, explosive movements where there's just no time to wait around for oxygen to get delivered. So instead, your body taps into this really fast-acting fuel that's already stored right there in your muscles. It's like hitting the nitrous button for an immediate burst of power.
Okay, so let's put it all together. Here's the key takeaway. Aerobic uses oxygen for long, steady activities, and its main goal is building endurance. Anaerobic, on the other hand, uses energy that's already stored up for short, intense bursts, and its whole purpose is building power and strength. See? Two different fuels for two totally different goals.
All right, let's dive a little deeper into that endurance engine. We're going to look at how aerobic training really builds up our stamina for the long haul.
You know, if you want to remember what aerobic exercise feels like, just lock this phrase in your head. Steady and strong. It just perfectly captures that vibe, doesn't it?
So what does that actually look like? While we're talking about stuff like jogging, hopping on a bike, going for a swim, or even just a really brisk walk. Basically anything you can keep up at a consistent pace for a good chunk of time.
And what's the big payoff here? It's all about your heart and lung health. You are literally training your heart and lungs to get way more efficient at pumping oxygen all through your body. And that amazing efficiency, that's endurance. Okay, time to switch gears and talk about the other side of this coin, the power burst. This is all about unleashing as much strength as you possibly can in a super short amount of time.
And just like before, we've got a great little mental anchor for this one. When you think anaerobic, I want you to think short and intense.
These are those all-out, give-it-everything-you've-got efforts. We're talking about sprints, lifting heavy weights, explosive moves like jump squats, and, of course, the tough parts of a HIIT workout. It's all the stuff you physically can't do for very long. But the payoff for that intensity, it's huge. Anaerobic training is what builds raw muscle strength. It's what develops your speed, and it's what increases your explosive power. It basically tells your body to build more of these fast-acting muscle fibers that are designed for exactly those kinds of powerful movements. This is the engine for getting stronger and faster.
Okay, so we've got these two systems. Theory is great, but how does this stuff actually show up in the workouts we do every day? Let's take a look at a few really popular ways to train.
Now this is where it gets really interesting. A workout like high IIT, that's high-intensity interval training, is so smart because it actually uses both systems. You go all out in an intense burst, right? That's your anaerobic system firing on all cylinders. Then, in that brief rest period, your aerobic system kicks in to help you recover and catch your breath. You just repeat that cycle over and over and, bam, you get the benefits of both worlds.
And get this, because HIIT is such a shock to your system, your body has to work really hard to get back to normal afterwards. And that means it keeps burning extra calories for hours after you've already finished your workout. Pretty cool, right? It's called the afterburn effect.
And if you look at a lot of other strength-focused workouts, you'll see a pretty clear pattern. Things like bodyweight training, resistance and weight training, and sprints, they all fall squarely in that anaerobic camp. They're all powered by those short, intense bursts to build things like stability, muscle, and pure speed. But look, a smart fitness plan is about more than just the main workout. To really get the best results, and maybe more importantly, to stay injury-free, you've got to support all that hard work you're putting in. And that means you can never forget the foundation.
Things like flexibility and mobility work. That's what keeps your joints healthy and reduces your risk of getting hurt. A strong core gives you the stability you need for pretty much every single movement you make. And finally, recovery and rest, that is not optional. It's not being lazy, that is literally when the magic happens. It's when your muscles actually rebuild and get stronger.
So there you have it. The code is officially cracked. Aerobic is for your endurance, and anaerobic is for your power. So the only question left is, now that you know this, how are you going to power your next workout?